Hey yo, what is going on, guys? dbzmando signing on here, and first apologize for the background noise. Currently, I am 3D printing a thing, so that's what you're hearing in the back is my 3D printer going off. I will show that if you guys check me out on Twitch. I'll probably show off pieces of that during stream once it's done. But yeah, so I just wanted to first of all apologize for that. But anyway, so I watched the finale of Book of Boba Fett, a little late, I know, but I watched it nonetheless, and it was okay. I honestly, my spoilers real quick, it was okay. I thought it was alright. There were things I wish that could have happened. Things felt a little dragged on, but I thought it was an okay finale. Not like head over heels. It was a good. It was awesome. I'm not to say it sucked. It didn't suck. There were some parts of it that I was just like, eh, or just didn't care for, but all in all, it was a pretty okay finale. There were some awesome scenes in it. Not gonna lie, there were some epic scenes, but yeah, pretty good finale. Go check it out if you guys can, and yeah, that's pretty much it for spoilers. So anyway, let's get to the non-spoilers. So the finale was interesting, I guess. So I mean, we started off back with Boba and Mando and them going to the remains of the cantina after it was blown up, and they're just talking about how basically they've been attacked and need to get some ground or protection or whatever. And so he decides, Boba's like, we'd be safer if we just go to the palace. We'll have more protection, a vantage point. And the biker gang's just like, no, we need to stay here because we gotta protect the people, save the people, all that cool stuff. And so he decides, okay, we'll stay, but we'll have everybody at each vantage point. You got Chrysanthemum at the Trandoshan area. You got the piggies at I forget what the dog looking dudes are. They're at their location, and then you got the biker gang at another location with the little other dudes. I forget their race names, but anyway, they're at a vantage point. They're talking about Boba and Mando are just talking about, Mando's like, people of Freetown or whatever will come, and Boba's like, are you so sure? He's like, yeah, don't worry, they're coming. I have high hopes. He's very confident in them. So they hold it off, and then moments later they find out they've been bombarded. Chrysanthemum gets dogpiled by a bunch of Trandoshans. The piggies are killed by being pushed off a cliff, and the biker gang gets swarmed by the other residents of the other place. So Boba sends Fennec Shan to go help the raiders. The piggies are dead, unfortunately, and Chrysanthemum gets overwhelmed. So as they're fighting, Boba and Mando are having their talk, saying, Mando, you can go, and Mando's just like, no, I'll stay with you to the end. It's my creed. If I die here, I die here. And honestly, I thought that was pretty cool. He was like, we ride together, we die together. I was like, yo, that was awesome, just seeing them talk to each other, just being like, Boba's like, you can go, and Mando's like, no, you helped me out back then, so no, I'll help and stay you, and if I die here, well, I died helping you. And that was cool. That was probably one of the top highlights, along with them being swarmed, because they ended up getting swarmed by the what are they called? The pikes. The pikes swarmed them. They're just swarmed. He's like, you can leave. No. Then you got, forget the mayor's major domo is literally right next to him, and says, I'm a diplomatic person. I was on Coruscant. It's just blabber saying I can negotiate some peace terms. So Boba writes a fake peace. They go out. He goes to read it to the pikes. Finds out it was fake. As Boba and Mando come in on their jetpacks, finally some jetpack action, and are just blasting and mowing down. It was sick. They're just destroying everything, blasting, killing. They're taking so many shots from their armor. Like, they are just dominating. But I mean, as awesome as it is, they're just shooting out. They are taking a bunch of fire, and yeah, their armor does protect them, but it's like they're taking bruises, so they're getting like pushed down. They're not dying, but God, it must hurt a lot just getting hit, because it's most likely just bruising that they're getting. But then the people of Freetown actually show up, and it was also, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, while they were hiding out, Cad Bane came out and talked to Boba, saying that the people of Freetown aren't coming, because, he dealt with them, quote unquote. So, and then he also tells him that the Pikes were the ones to kill the Sand People, and it wasn't the Raiders, because we ended up learning that later on, that it was the Pikes that did this and not the Raiders like Boba thought. then they have then all that. Then we go back to all the time passing, and then here we are with them fighting. People of Freetown show up, dominate, and then we got some crazy battle droids showing up. And these droids are just they got shields, but they're not like regular. They're roided up droidicas. And if I remember, I think they're from, I want to say the Old Republic, I believe is where those droids are from. I remember seeing them, and me and my buddy, as we were watching it, we were like, yo, those are the, we recognize the droids, but I think they were from the Old Republic, if I remember. I could be wrong, and if I am wrong, just let me know down in the comments where they're from. But those droids come in, and they wreak havoc. They have these ray shields that are impenetrable. You can't even get close through them, because normally you can go through ray shields, but no, they're super thick. Like, you cannot go through it. So, unfortunately, can't even go through the ray shields. The droids are destroying everything. They just are ganging up on everybody. They're trying so hard to break it, but to no avail. Mando, Chrysanthemum, I know, gets a little close. He ends up shooting the shield and actually is able to break through. But the droid notices it and kicks him away. And while this is all downvoting, the X-Wing comes, holding Grogu back. And so Grogu's back, lands at the what's the engineer's the mechanic's place. This was my one problem though with seeing that. Luke just straight up, I was like, dude, Luke's a prick. He just straight up, Grogu made his choice and he sent him off. He was like, oh, okay, you don't want to be a Jedi? All right, bye. R2, send this man on his way. Like, didn't go with him, didn't monitor him, trusted. I mean, don't get me wrong, R2's, I guess, pretty trustworthy, but after watching the Clone Wars, that man gets abducted every Tuesday. But I digress. So he ends up leaving like Grogu, and I honestly thought that was pretty messed up. I was just like, wow, he left Grogu. What the hell? But yeah, I was just like, man should have left Grogu. What the hell? That was screwed up. But anyway, so as they're fighting and Mando's attacking the droids, the mechanic ends up bringing Grogu to Mando. Mando's all happy. Oh, they have an emotional scene, and I'm just like, cool, not the time though. And also, I was like, I felt like it was maybe a little too soon for Grogu to meet Mando, but maybe that's just me. I don't know. It felt like he was with with Luke. Too short. But who knows? Maybe they'll do something. I don't know. Anyway, though, they fight the droids. They're battling them, trying to, take them down. As Boba had said, I'll be right back. And then moments later, as they're getting cornered, Boba comes in on his Rancor. It was only a matter of time before he rode it. It was foreshadowed saying, I want to ride it. And so he comes on the Rancor, and the Rancor just starts wrecking shit. He's just destroying everything, killing the droids, battling the droids, fighting them, destroying them. Their shields are still durable as he's trying to punch through them, but he's just launching those droids. That Rancor is just going off. And he ends up destroying the shields. Mando brings out his Darksaber, starts cutting up the droids, is almost killed, but then Grogu, being a little stronger, uses the Force to pick up the droid, pulls out a little bolt, and then and then the Rancor proceeds to destroy it. After that, they fight the last battle droid. The Rancor destroys that one as well. And then Cad Bane shows up. Cad Bane shows up, scares off the Rancor with fire, which I guess makes sense, because, they hate fire, even though the Rancor could have, almost swatted at him. But I guess the Rancor is just like, fire! And then so the Rancor leaves. Then Boba and Cad Bane have this fight, where they're just battling with one another. They're just going off. I felt like the fight was too short, in my opinion. I feel like the way, it ended was good, but if it was too, I felt like it was too short. The fight needed to be longer. I felt like it needed to be a longer fight. But anyway, so they fight. But while Cad Bane's like, you were a co-player, could have you gone soft in your old age? What's your angle? He's asking Boba, what are you doing this for? What's your angle? And Boba's just trying to leave his past behind and start anew. He ends up pushing over Cad Bane and then kills him. He ends up stabbing him with the staff he was given by the Tusken Raiders. After that, they go deal with the Rancor that's rampaging. The people are shooting the Rancor. Mando's like, hey, stop, you're scaring it. And then as the Rancor is going off, Grogu comes in and uses the Force and puts the Rancor to sleep, then takes a nap next to the Rancor. After that, everything's done. Boba's walking around town, still a little sore, trying to bow, as everybody's now respects him, and he's like, man, everybody's bowing. It kind of hurts. Because he's pretty sore after fighting. But so while this is going on, we have the Pike Syndicate along with the other people, along with the mayor and the other leaders, talking about how the Pikes are just leaving and that it was a mutual agreement that they would stay and benefit them, but the Pikes are like, I lost all my soldiers and stuff. I'm out of there. But Fennec Shan goes in, kills everybody. I honestly thought it should have been Boba that did that. I think it would have been sick, but I mean, if Fennec Shan killed him, still not that bad. And then she leaves, and then Boba's fully in charge. And then we got Mando and Grogu leaving as well in their Naboo starfighter. Everybody thought it was well, I mean, everybody knew that Grogu was going to be in the little astromech pod placement. So we just in there knocking on the glass, telling Mando that to go into hyperspeed. And Mando's like, no, all right, one more time. And then they go, and then they launch, and it was pretty cool. And then that's where it ends. It ends right there. Oh yeah, and then we get like an after credits scene. The after credits scene, I'm gonna be honest, sucked. I hated that. The after credits scene, I was like, why? Like, I see Cobb Vanth in the pod, I'm like, okay, cool. But then I see the modder like getting his tools ready. I'm like, I hate you. Get off my screen. And I was like, what a waste of what a sucky end credit scene. I was like, that sucked. I was hoping for something better. But yeah, so that's basically pretty much what happened in the episode. It just was very dragged on. I feel like we should have saw a lot more. Like, Boba and Cad Bane should have fought more. Grogu should have stayed with Luke, or maybe Luke should have showed up and maybe a different enemy would have showed up. I don't know. Just there were still some awesome scenes. Cad Bane fight with Boba was too short, like I said. All in all, I thought it was a pretty okay finale. Things felt dragged out between the droids and the people, though. It was lackluster, I guess, to say the least. I don't know. I feel like there could have been multiple ways to end the series off, and this was a okay way to end it. Man, it's what a series. I'll talk about more. I do another video on like the series as a whole, but all in all, I think the finale was okay. It wasn't mind-breaking or anything. I thought it was pretty okay. It was nice. But yeah, it was an alright finale. I don't really know what else to say. I've pretty much said what I wanted to say. Cad Bane fight was too short. Droid battle with the droids was dragged out, too long. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much my thoughts on the finale. It was an okay finale. That's all I gotta say. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to blast that like button as the universe. Subscribe if you enjoy the content on my channel, and hit that bell notification because I do upload daily. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. dbzmando, signing out.